Hello, folks. I still can't believe I'm doing this. If someone can let me know that you can hear, okay? How's the sound? Hi, Natalie. Hi, Julie. Volume's great. Thanks, Natalie. All right. So I just turned on a few minutes early so we could say hello to each other, and hoping that we can. I'm going to start pretty close to 7:30 into the talk, and then so that we have lots of time for the practice, because I'm so excited about this topic. So excited. I guess it's probably not a good idea to have just me sitting here not talking on YouTube, so I should keep talking. Oh well. It's such a learning curve. I've had some friends ask me, how do you feel about this? And anybody that knows me knows I'm not a fan of having my picture taken, and being on video, and especially being out there for infinite time, however long YouTube is. But on the other hand, I'm so excited, so happy that I get to share practice with with folks that we can't be together right now, or even if we weren't in this physical distancing, maybe folks that wouldn't be able to come to the studio. Hey, Cassie. Oh, Julie wants me to sing. Now that's really a challenge. I've been singing my alphabet a lot while I wash my hands. Actually, I don't now. I used to. Now I do metta phrases, but I'm going to talk about that tomorrow at noon. Tomorrow, 12 to 12:30, we have a short practice. It's going to be mindfulness of hands. So if you can come for that one. Okay, it's 7:30. So I'm going to just jump right in, and people can join us as they come on stream. And so my name's Jill Davey. For those of you that don't know me, I'm one of the Dharma teachers with True North Insight. Welcome to True North Insight. We're a really wonderful organization of volunteers and teachers and some staff that keep it all afloat somehow, and offering meditation retreats and classes and courses and individual support. And now we're offering YouTube videos. So welcome to this channel. And I really wanted to talk tonight about physical distancing. At first, when all of this pandemic started, they were calling it, what was it? Not physical distancing, but social distancing. And I'm glad that got changed to physical distancing, because socially, I find that in many ways we're more connected than ever as a result of having to really make an effort and intention to reach out to each other. So it's, to me, more accurate to be saying physical distancing. We're keeping this 6 feet or further distance from each other. And I was so excited like Dharma nerd excited when I found a sutta. A sutta means the teachings of the Buddha that were written down um, in the books of the teachings. And because originally this was an oral tradition and teachings were passed on through community and through storytelling and remembering and lists. And so when they were first written down, they're written down in a language called Pali and Pali. For those of you that are really into this stuff like I am, you might, or even not, like this is relevant to everybody, but you might want to have a little notepad for some of these things. There's going to be 4 things to practice with and pay attention to. So Bhikkhu Bodhi is an amazing scholar of Pali and a teacher of Dharma, of meditation teachings. And he translated this sutta that's called The Four Means of Embracing Others. I was just like, what? That's amazing. That's so good. Tell me, tell me. And it's so perfect for these times of physical distancing to have this teaching of how to actually embrace others. It just gives me, like, it makes my heart quiver when I think about it, when I feel it. Because I know so many are suffering just greatly because they're so isolated. They're not many folks are finding it really painful, or so they're either living alone and physically isolated, and others may be living with other folk and feeling emotionally isolated, mentally isolated, or heartbreaking to but necessary to give attention to folks that are in this physical separation and isolation with people that are abusive. Yeah, this is devastating. So this talk, this teaching is profound to me, and hopefully it will resonate for you. 4 means of embracing others. And so there's another translation by Thanissaro Bhikkhu, and the title of it, instead of 4 means of embracing others, is The Bonds of Fellowship. So I was like, because I really like to understand the Pali words and the origin, so I did a lot of digging and researching the original Pali, etc. So I really wanted to know, what is this word that means embracing, or in the other translation, the bonds of fellowship? And that is Sangha Sangaha Sutta, or Sangaha Sutta. So when I looked up that word, it means to collect, to compile, to abridge, to contain, and to embrace, to include, also to treat kindly, to favor, conciliate, provide for the welfare of, help, protect. Isn't that beautiful? So this sutta, like, I love, Bhikkhu Bodhi, the way he's called this means of embracing others. This is so accurate. It's this teaching is really about how to include and contain each other when we're separated physically, how to provide welfare for each other, how to protect each other, to embrace each other emotionally, mentally, physically. Physically is limited, but there's, so it really gives us an opportunity to awaken and develop these other ways of embracing. Okay, so what for? The first one, I'll read Bhikkhu Bodhi's translation here. So practitioners, people that are practicing and endeavoring to be kind and awaken. There are four means of embracing others. What for? The first one is giving. The second is endearing speech. The third is beneficent conduct. And the fourth is impartiality. These are the four means of embracing others. So I'm going to talk a little bit about each one. So the first one, Danang, is giving. This, has lots of different ways of giving, giving a gift, giving donation, giving alms to support monastics that are, needing support, charity. And so, if you like, you can pop something into the chat of other ways of giving. There's just been so many amazing things. All the people that are sewing masks with the fabric they have around their house, or sewing gowns and caps. People that are trying to make those face masks by these 3D printers. People that are donating food to people. They're giving their time. I know all of you have been reaching out to make sure. Yes, thank you, Julie. Giving time is so priceless, to actually be present with someone and show up in that way. Of course, folks that have been able to give food, or maybe we're giving more gratuities to people that are giving, packaging the takeout food for us, all those ways. The list is quite infinite, how much giving has been happening. And I think we feel this, those of us that are giving and those of us that are also receiving, how much we feel embraced by that, how much we feel like we're giving a hug to someone by showing up, giving time, giving kind attention, giving an ear when we hear that, or we remember somebody that may be alone and we reach out. Yeah. So the second way of embracing others is Payavajang, endearing speech. Isn't that a lovely term? Endearing speech, dear. Kindness of language. There is a bit of a shortage of this, I think. And just a shout out to peeps like to Julie, who's here in the chat, and many others that have started. And there's another group, I'm in a text group and a Facebook group, and there's lots of community groups where people are asking for what they need. People are just sharing really positive and uplifting things to keep us all feeling heartened and connected and hopeful, and not in a spiritual bypassing way, but in knowing that it's also skillful to pay attention to what is good and wholesome. And there's lots of this kindness of language that people are being really intentional about. And we need to be so intentional, not just in the kindness of language we're sharing, 100% that, but what kindness of language am I taking in? What news sources am I feeding my mind and energy body with? Are they skillful? Are they true? Are they beneficial? These are parts of the path, is to right speech of, is it factual? Is it true? Is it beneficial? Is it endearing? And is it the proper time to say it? This is a good one to reflect on. Oh yeah, we can say, yeah, it's pretty sure it's true. I think it's helpful. Well, is it the right time? Is this the right time to say whatever it is, without just without just hitting share, share, share on the latest sensational news bit, maybe I'll just wait, check out that source, how true is it, etc. This is a way to embrace others. The third one, Atacharya, is and I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. Beneficent conduct, beneficial conduct is an easier way to say it. Beneficial help is how Thanissaro Bhikkhu said it, and so this means wise or beneficial conduct. So right action is part of our the teachings in the path, and how to live a skillful life that is conducive to wisdom and peace. And so that includes refraining from killing, causing harm, refraining from stealing, taking what isn't freely given, and also sexual misconduct, abusive sensuality or sexuality, both. And this is a way of embracing others, so that people know they're safe to be with us, safe to, be in relationship with us, because we have this foundation, this intention of wise and beneficial conduct. All right, I'm talking too long. It's so good though. The fourth way of embracing others is shamanatata, samanatata, impartiality. This is interesting to me. Impartiality. I don't know about you, but I might fall short on some of those. Am I totally impartial with all beings? No. Working on it, perhaps, yes. So it means feeling towards others as you do to yourself. Now remember, the generosity, the kind speech, the kind action is all informing this. So, it's like the classic do unto others as you would have them do unto you, or all the versions of that through all the religious and spiritual traditions have all different ways of saying that same thing. Is that called the golden rule, I think? To treat others the way we wish to be treated, with kindness. We want to be safe. We want to be treated with respect and compassion. This is really compassion, is treating others as we know they deserve to be, are worthy of forgiveness, love, compassion, safety, wellness. Yeah. So those are 4 ways: giving, endearing speech, beneficial conduct, and impartiality. And then it goes on to say, impartiality, it goes on. Under diverse worldly conditions, as is suitable to fit each case. This is also interesting to me, because it's repeated twice. When something's repeated twice, it's like, pay attention to that. Tata, tata, it says, which means in each case, or in this case, in this case. And I think this is where I fall short a lot, is kind of categorizing this person's this. Instead of really staying awake to it all the time. In this case, right now, can I see and be and feel connection with this person in real time right now? and connect to their worthiness. So in the way that's repeated in each case, to me is pointing out, keep checking, keep checking, keep checking. It also means now and here. So it really has a sense of right now, over and over. Okay, the last part of this stanza says, these means of embracing others are like the linchpin of a rolling chariot. So in some of the descriptions, it's a two-wheeled cart, or a chariot. And so the linchpin is keeps the wheel on the axle. It keeps it in place. Keeps the wheel in place on the axle. And a linchpin, when you just look that up in the English dictionary, is a person or a thing that's vital to the organization or the enterprise. So the linchpin is you. The linchpin is me. The linchpin is each one of us. We are the linchpin. It's not someone else. It's not up to the politicians to be the linchpin. It is you. It is me. It is us. And these 4 ways of embracing each other are what are going to keep the cart rolling in a safe way, in a wise way, in a way that's conducive to getting through this, to the highest order. Yeah. I know, I get a little preachy. I find this teaching just very exciting and so on point. Like, what? How did he know that we would need this? It's just amazing. This teaching of how to embrace others when we can't hug, when we can't shake hands, when we can't, all these ways of being physically embracing. It's profound. So let's have a practice. I'd like to have a practice now. It's going to be a nice practice. Okay. So for those of you that haven't done practice in front of a computer, it's different. So you might like to put your phone down, or you push back a little bit, sit back, find a comfortable way. You could lay down. You can stand up, you can walk. You could also just keep your eyes open and just reflect if you feel like, I don't know what meditation is, or if I want to even try it. You can just keep your eyes open and just sit and contemplate and think about and feel into some of these suggestions. If you feel comfortable with your eyes closed, you might like to rest your eyes now. If you don't feel comfortable with your eyes closed, see if it feels comfortable to just rest your eyes downward, so you're not looking at other input and distractions. And then start to feel your back body, whether if you're laying down or sitting in a chair or standing, whichever posture you're in. You might be feeling contact with the surface that your body's resting on. Just pay attention to that feeling of your back body. Include the bottoms of your feet. Just feeling any sensations you can feel there. And then as you continue for a few moments here, just feeling your back body, think about who's got your back. In terms of this first way of embracing, of generosity, of giving, who's got your back? Who's taking care of you? It can be ancestors, many times back, ancestors. It could be your teachers, friends, family, animal beings that are part of your life. It can be people that have passed, but you feel a sense of their presence, their support, their unconditional love. Just feel that awareness in the area of your back body, this sense of generosity you have received. And then feeling your side body, sides of your head and arms and legs and torso, and a sense of your present community. And this, in this moment, includes all of us together on this call, on this video, but also might include many others in your life that you feel are presently walking side by side with you on your path. Just a felt experience of these beings on either side of you. It could be strangers that have reached out to you that you feel a sense of their support or connection with you. And now feel the sensations of the front of your body, the sensations of your face, the center of the chest, the heart area, the belly, front of the torso, front of the legs. Just feel those sensations of the body, the front of the body. And include with those sensations the felt experience or reflection of how your actions of embracing others will affect future generations. 7 generations into the future and beyond. So that now you could rest into this feeling of being held, back and sides and front, held in this generosity. Generosity can be used as a meditation and contemplation, giving, reflecting on past generosity that you've received. And just feel into how that has felt. Ways you've been supported. You don't have to make a list of these ways or think of concrete ways, but more the felt experience that yes, I have. Yes, I have been the recipient of generosity. How does that feel? And then feel into the ways in the past that you have been generous, the ways you've shown up for others, the unseen or seen ways that you have given. It does not at all need to be grandiose. In so many ways, the small and simple acts of presence and kindness and generosity are very profound. Just feel into, allow yourself to know, yes, I have done this. And it feels like this in my being when I reflect on it. So this sense of the back body and the support that we have given and received with past generosities. And now gently shifting into the present awareness, that kind of side body awareness of your community, your friends, your where you live, the people in your building or nearby, your community, your workplace community, volunteering community, artistic communities, global community. And feel how in present time, through this time of this challenge, how you are supported and are supporting others. Again, you don't have to list, you could just feel into this sense of, yeah, how you are showing up and how others are showing up for you. And the third way we're exploring tonight, and is also part of the teachings, to reflect on dana, on generosity, um, is reflecting, setting intention for future. So aware of how our present choices are affecting future generations, but also reflecting on is very skillful, and having intention around ways we can practice this embracing. And specific things might come to mind, but they don't need to. You don't need, this doesn't need to be list making or planning right now, but just to feel into, in your heart, mind, body, this intention of goodwill, this intention of kind speech, beneficial conduct, impartiality. And if you could feel that intention in a place in your body, perhaps, where might that land for you? And for these last few minutes here, really incorporating all of these reflections of past and present and future, this sensing of community, ancestral and future and present, and allow a sense, as much as is possible for you, of resting into that feeling of being held. May all beings everywhere experience the embrace of generosity, of giving. May all beings everywhere be enveloped in endearing and kind and true speech. May all beings everywhere be held by the safety of beneficial action and conduct and safety. And may all beings everywhere be treated equally and fairly, whether they are our rivals or disputants. May we all be embraced. Thank you for your practice. So there's time here, a little less than 10 minutes for any questions about practice, but also any reflections you'd like to share on on this teaching, or other questions about how we're practicing in these challenging times. Perhaps you might have something to share about. Yeah, I kind of had more I wanted to say about, being a linchpin, that each one of us is the linchpin. And I feel like when I was reflecting on saying this earlier, I could kind of imagine some folks saying, "Yeah, but not me. I'm just stuck here at home, and what can I do? I'm not keeping the wheels on the cart. I'm just trying to get out of bed each day, or I'm just trying to not cause more harm with the other folks I'm living with, or and a lot of people feel, that they're not the ones, and yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. That even if you're not, you know, doing YouTube videos, uh, who can you reach out to? Who have you been? Or I know you already are, but who else? Like, who else can you call? What art can you put up in your window for somebody walking by? Um, Even if you just show up and participate in so many of the amazing free offerings that are out there, like I know Julie's been offering, Reiki shares, and so many other folks here that aren't part of the chat but are tuned in. You know, for you to show up and allow yourself to receive generosity is another way to be part of this. So yeah. Any questions about practice? Any reflections in these last few minutes here? It's hard because not everybody has the chat capacity. I know some people have been messaging me like, "Where's the chat bar?" I don't know how to do that. Apparently, you have to have like a Google account or Gmail, like a Gmail type of account. Google, yeah, that's Gmail. And maybe you also have to have a YouTube account or something. So I'm sorry, it's not as accessible. But if you're interested, check out how to do that. Gmail account. Thanks, Julie. As terrible, frightening, and challenging as these times are, the opportunity to practice with you again is saving my bacon. Veggie bacon. I attended a retreat with you and Daryl last summer. Oh, hello, Helena. Thank you for that. I'm with you. It's not like, yeah. Um, my practice is saving my bacon through this time. Like, it's just so helpful to just stop and pay attention with the, yes, veggie bacon. Oh, I'm so glad it's been helpful. You're welcome. Yeah, it's pretty heartening to see how much is being offered, and and to see what way can I contribute, but also in what ways can I let myself receive, equally a part of the practice. All right. Any other questions about practice or any challenges anyone wants to share? That's great, Terry. I'm so glad. Yeah. So if you're able to, you can type that in. But also, if you're not able to do the chat thing because you don't have a Gmail, you could email me. Like if you need support, or find me on Facebook, or email jill@riversoundretreat.com, message through True North Insight, the website, or True North Insight Facebook group, and I will get in touch. Important to be open to receiving. Yeah, absolutely. So, thanks, Zach, for being here. Yeah, so if you're not already subscribed to this channel, the True North Insight YouTube channel, there's a subscribe button down below. I can't believe that every time I say it. I've watched so many videos where people are like, subscribe down below, click the button. And now I'm doing that. Yeah, so the subscribe button. Also down below, you'll see opportunities to give a support to True North Insight or to me. But I totally get that we're all in challenged times, and many of us without income. So part of generosity, part of Dana, is paying attention to what is not harmful to you. So when you consider giving, if you're able to, make sure you include yourself. Again, just like we were talking about how, if I give so much that I'm putting, like at some time of giving, if somebody's like maxing out their credit cards to be a generous person, this is not Dana. This is not considered what we're talking about here of the teachings of generosity. It needs to include what's possible, feels generous to you, without being harmful to you. Julie. 5-Day Lions Program. What's that, Julie? The 5-Day Lions Program. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe you can say more of what that is. Lions Roar. Yeah. There's so many great meditations online right now. It's a plethora. I'm spending more time on the computer than I should. Okay, so that's almost our time, ending at 8:15. Hey, I want to let you know, tomorrow at noon, this will be my last one during the daytime. Well, I'm going to keep up with Saturday mornings while we're in our physical distancing, embracing each other. And then but tomorrow at noon is my last one at that time slot because I'm in my husband's office. And so tomorrow noon, 12 to 12:30, there's going to be, I'm guiding a meditation on mindfulness of hands. It's going to be interesting and good. Gratitude to everyone. Heartwarming teachings. Lovely. Thank you. So, sweethearts, that's our time. Embrace. Thank you. Love you. Be good to you and all beings. Good night.